Welcome back, everyone. I'm very happy to be speaking to another affiliate today, Mark Taylor, owner of CasinoWiz. Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
To start off, can you share a bit more about you, your journey in the gambling industry, and how did you get into the affiliate business?
Sure. Originally, when my interest in the gambling industry started in Costa Rica many years back, I was there when there was a big boom of sports books, online casinos, and back then I think there was around about 200 different sports books and casinos in Costa Rica. That's changed a lot now. A lot of them sold out. A lot of the big companies were sold out, and they're now based in Europe, in Malta or Gibraltar. And when I came back to Europe in 2009, I started an affiliate site, which was originally a sports betting site. It's no longer around because things have changed since then. But at the time, it became pretty successful. And then obviously, with regards to sports betting, as you know, in off season, which is summertime, there's very little money to be made, which is where CasinoWiz come from. It initially started as a site to take up the slack from the sports betting sites in summertime, so I could keep making some money in those 3 months where it got slow for sports betting. Ultimately, it ended up a lot bigger than the sports betting site.
That's great. Like, very clever strategy. Now, being a successful affiliate in this industry is certainly very challenging because you have to put up quality content all the time and stay on top of SEO trends. What are the biggest challenges that you have faced as an affiliate?
Well, the biggest challenge is the Google algorithm. It's always changing. And with regards to the content, to find good quality content or to produce good quality content, it's not easy because there's around about 88 million sites all doing the same thing. And what a lot of them do will just typically rewrite the content of others. So you need to be a pioneer in this case and actually create your own content. And this is what separates us between other affiliate sites. Is a lot of them are just rewrites or what I call mediocre, just rundowns of what a game or what a casino should be. We actually test and play the games thoroughly. We gamble on them, and then we write up the experiences afterwards. So when you look at the content that we produce, you'll typically find that it's designed for the higher end of the market. People that actually play the games at a higher level. So if you're a regular slot player, you don't just want information, you want everything. So my idea was to set out and become kind of like the Top Gear of the slots and casino industry.
That's great. And like you've just mentioned the slots, I know it's important to keep up to date with the latest slots being launched, and you need to review them to get more traffic, but there's so many being launched on basically on a weekly basis. Is it hard to actually stay up to date with those?
It is, yeah, because I think literally, I mean, just from like micro gaming or quick spin, or you can see around about 20-30 games sometimes a month. I think on average there's around about 200 new games, slot games, with all the different providers being launched every month. Obviously, we don't cover all of them. We tend to cover the most popular games or the most popular brands, because there are some brands which don't get much traffic or don't get much search. So there's no point wasting time on those, and we just focus on the ones that people do want, especially with like Yggdrasil, Betsoft, and Real Time Gaming. Those seem to be pretty popular right now.
Great. And now I cannot mention the pandemic. So last year, online casino boomed because we had a period of time with no sports. Now, when that happened, did you have to double down your efforts because a lot of competitors emerged and you have to stay ahead of them? How was last year for you?
A lot of competitors did emerge, but the thing is, with any time there's a new site, it takes time to get anywhere. So at the moment, we're still holding strong where we are. And one of the big things I noticed with the pandemic, although we got a lot more traffic, there was also a lot more withdrawals, more than usual. Like typically people would keep the money in the casino or and keep playing the games, but this time around people were withdrawing, and that doesn't usually happen. And I think that was based on the pandemic, where a lot of people weren't going to work, or they weren't, people were panicking. So the withdrawals were a lot higher than usual.
Okay, and now sports is back. We've had a major tournament. Did you ever like consider getting into the sports betting space again? You mentioned
Um,
you've worked there already.
Yeah, I mean, I was there, but now I'd rather dedicate my time on more casino sites than I would on sports betting. I mean, it's a big market, it's a saturated market, but also for me personally, the earning, the financial aspects of it, I do a lot better off on the casino side than I do the sports side.
Mm, good. And have you ever thought about getting into casino streaming? Because that's becoming popular.
Not really. From what I know of casino, this is from my personal experience of people that I know of that actually do casino streaming. I know there's been more restrictions coming down on with Twitch and that so.
Mm,
But what I found is that the player value for those people isn't very high. And what's
mm,
happening now is a lot more of the casinos are more reluctant to pay higher rev share or high CPAs for that kind of traffic. At the end of it, the king of traffic is organic, and then I would
of
say
course.
pay-per-click's good, but I think that the best traffic, from my experience, is organic, especially if you can get hold of some of the more lucrative keywords.
Very interesting. And in terms of regulation, affiliates are often in the spotlight. Is it hard for you to keep up with like what's the latest regulation? Where do
Yeah,
you get the information from?
it usually comes as a surprise just one day. I know with certain like e-wallets now, one moment they're in one country and then they just disappear, and then you've lost them over 40, 50 countries, then you notice the revenue share going down there. And usually you don't get told about it until the final minute. So it is kind of like a cat and mouse game. So you always, like, especially with, for instance, the UK's changing all the time. Germany's just changed. I remember when Holland changed and Sweden changed. So it's changing all the time. So you've just got to be consistent in changing your focus. I think right now we're starting to focus more on Canada and New Zealand, which seems to be quite light on restrictions at the moment, but they'll give us a good backup in case any more of the countries drop on us.
Yeah, it's just crazy regulation.
Yeah.
I also noticed you have a section on Casinoids about Bitcoin casinos. What is your take on the crypto trend? Will more online casinos start accepting cryptocurrencies? Would that open more opportunities for casino affiliates?
Sure. I mean, actually, Bitcoin casino, that is probably, online casino is a really hard keyword, but anything with the word Bitcoin and casino together, that's probably the most difficult market to target. And my opinion is, yes, there will be more crypto. The casinos at the moment, they seem to accept the larger cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. But what they need to do is open up and become, I think, have just as many options as the exchange of some of the less known or but more popular things like Dogecoin or the new one, which is Shiba Coin as well, which seems to be trending. There should be, I think casinos need to be open up a little bit because there's a lot of current crypto floating around in different types of coins. So at the moment, it seems to cover the big coins, but as you've seen, they can crash pretty quickly. When they start to crash, people tend to move over to the more safer or smaller options, not to lose so much money.
It is an interesting topic for sure, cryptocurrencies and casinos. We've been following it for a while, and I'm sure there will be more things to talk about.
10% of my affiliate earnings typically come from crypto, but what I have found, one of the bonus points of crypto is that we do tend to get larger players.
That's very interesting, actually, very interesting insights. I have only like a couple more questions. What advice would you give those who are thinking of starting a casino affiliate website?
Prepare yourself for at least 2 years. And right now, things have changed from when I opened up the sports betting site in 2009, then CasinoWiz in 2016, now 2021. It is a lot harder, especially with the new algorithm, the way everything works. The trust from Google will take you at least a year and a half to gain some kind of trust, to get some kind of traffic with keywords that will actually give you any kind of earning.
Right. And lastly, are there any exciting new projects that you're working on?
Yes, I have launched another site which is using the same custom software for which we use at CasinoWiz, which was developed and designed by Elegance Themes. Sorry, Elegance Themes, no, Elegance. Cut that part out because I can't remember the full name. But they designed, they also designed a few of the other big affiliate websites out there, like Casino Tops Online and a couple of others on there. But we've launched onlinecasinos2.com, obviously because online casinos wasn't available. So online casino 2 is mainly just for the keyword part of it and the indie. And that is just started. We've been working on that one for around about 6 months. The traffic is slow, is really slow, but I'm looking at the impressions right now, and the impressions are growing. I'm just waiting for the trust and the authority side to kick in. Then I expect to see some sort of large growth pretty quickly. And that's the thing, when you've got a new site now, and even when you create a new page, it used to be you could rank pretty quickly for it, but now it's a case of Google, if you look at the top 3, those pages have been there for at least 3 years plus. So that's what you're kind of looking at if you want to get into the top 3. And it's very hard to go after a highly competitive keyword or page or website, put it on there and get into the top 20 within a year. I haven't seen it for a while. Everyone that's on the front page in Google has been there for at least 5+ years now.
Wow. Well, best of luck. I'm sure you have a great success with your new project. Thank you again for speaking to me and for your time. And I will catch up with you again very soon, see how the new project is going. Thank you, Mark.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Bye.